This video is to let you know some things to know before and after purchasing a Nissan Frontier. My average fuel economy is 17.8 miles per gallon, so that's not great, but it's not bad either. I'm sure it's a lot worse than our Tacoma. I believe the value on these things are artificially affected. They're artificially like lowered.
Yeah, there's love, there's hate, lies and games, faith.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to give you some insight on like what it's like to own a Nissan Frontier. Ours is a 2024 Nissan Frontier, but they're virtually identical to the 25s except for some exterior differences in the grille and a difference in the infotainment system, and then they have Frontier, I think, stamped on the inside. But other than that, they're pretty much the same. The towing capacity has increased a little bit on the 25s versus the 24s based on, you know, what trim that you go with, but they're pretty much the same. So this video is to let you know some things to know before and after purchasing a Nissan Frontier. So without further ado, let's go. So you're on the market and you're thinking about getting a brand new Nissan Frontier, right? Or in my case, a Nissan Frontier SL, because you kind of like more the luxury side of a truck. You don't need it to be an off-road or rugged truck, so to speak. Even though this is still rugged in my opinion, with it being, you know, the SL trim, it's still rugged in my opinion. But all that being said, you're on the market, you're looking at things like you need a mid-size pickup truck because you need something that could fit inside your garage, which you saw this one does. So with that being said, what do you have in a mid-size pickup truck market? You got the Toyota Tacoma, which is a 4-cylinder. You got the Colorado. You got the Ford. What is that truck? The Ford Ranger. Sorry. Sorry, Race Car 21. I was like, because you messed me up in the last video when you mentioned the Maverick. Yeah, the Maverick is like, doesn't even come close to these. Maverick is so much smaller. So yeah, so you got the Ford Ranger, you got the Chevy Colorado, you got the GMC version, which is basically the same thing. You got the Jeep Gladiator, which is another naturally aspirated V6. You got the Honda Ridgeline, and it's, you know, it's pretty much it. Like, there's nothing really that I think competes with this directly, just because this is such a good truck for the money. Like, for the money and what you're getting, it's just hard to beat. Like, let me put it in perspective, right? Nissan makes some of the best V6s and 6-cylinder engines in the world, like coming from the R32, R33, R34, Nissan GTRs, to the Nissan Zs, to the R35 Nissan GTR. Like, they specialize in these engines, to the, you know, the Q Red Sports and the Infinity brands. Like, these are amazing engines, right? They do it very, very well. So that brings me to the first thing that you're going to want to know about buying one of these trucks, is that you're going to get one of the best V6 options, naturally aspirated V6. Yeah. Oh, there it is. I was getting used to the Tacoma. Right. My old school Tacoma, that is, which used to also make a great V6. But yeah, you're going to get a tried and true, amazing V6 that pumps out 310 horsepower, 280 foot-pounds of torque. Like, it can tow up to like 7,000 pounds. Like, this thing is amazing, right? For what you're getting and what you're paying, it is amazing. And that leads me to the second thing, which is kind of a bummer, which is I believe the value on these things are artificially affected. They're artificially like lowered. And I think that is done to protect trucks like the Maverick and the Ranger and the Colorado and even the Toyota Tacoma, because I believe this is so much more of a better truck that if people realize how good they really were, if the word really got out on how good they are, Like, all right, so you get one of the fastest trucks. You know, you saw the 0 to 60 I got on this is in a 6-second range, and 6 seconds in a truck, trust me, that's pretty good. And mine is rear wheel drive too, not 4-wheel. So you get this beautiful leather interior, beautiful layout, like nice, just nice layout, nice and smooth, clean, luxurious looking. You got Frontier on the mats, you got the Fender audio system. You actually get, if you look at the new Tacoma and you look at this, look how much space there is. And mind you, I'm 6'6", so I have the seat pushed all the way back. Look at all this room there is here. Look at all this room. And then you got the subwoofer underneath here, which makes this thing sound amazing, right? And not only can you lift up the seats like that, let me see, let me get this back down. You can also pull this back down. You got more storage and stuff in the back there. You're not able to do that with other trucks where you can do both, you know. Some is just one or the other. So you can do that with both trucks there. You have spray-in bed liner. You got LED lights in the back there. Back there, you have an actual like home outlet in the back here. All right, 120 volts, max 400 watts. You got tie downs. Like, you could put more tie downs there. I have them, I just haven't installed them. Like, you really get an amazing, dang near bulletproof truck. So it has good interior space, it has good power, good speed, but you're gonna take a hit on the value. And like I said, I think the powers that be artificially lower the values on these just to protect other trucks, because this would be one of the best trucks value-wise out there. It should, right now, to me, it should hold its value better than the Tacomas, but it doesn't. And that's the only regret I kind of have with getting this, because I bought this for like 46, and now they're telling me that if you know, I check KBB and stuff like that, and I've actually checked with dealerships, and they're telling me it's worth 31,000 or something like that. So that's like a huge hit. So if you're planning to buy this and you're thinking about trading it in within a couple months, this is not the truck to do it. Now, you can do that with a Tacoma. For some reason, they prop the values up on those where it keeps its value, but it's not going to hold its value as well as some of those other trucks. And like, I think that's artificially done, in my opinion. Like, I don't think that is true to scale, because it is such an amazing truck. Now let me get into some of the downsides of it. I got to go inside to kind of go over some of the downsides. All right, so every time I get in here, first of all, I don't like where the start button is. It's all the way over on the inside there. Like, and this is where the four-wheel, if this was a four-wheel drive, the four-wheel drive selector would be here. To me, this button would be better if it was up here. So it's like, you see, as soon as you get in, you can just put it there, or even put it here or here, or, you know, something like that. But it's like way over on the other side there. But that's a small complaint, you know. But once you do start it up, like, I'll go ahead and first let me lower the volume. So here you got the Nissan Intelligent Mobility. Let me see. All right, so I'm gonna put on like one of our songs so you can see. What's this? All right. So I put on like our song here, and I turn up the volume, and you don't really hear anything up until I have to raise the volume on my phone. Like, so every single time I get in here, I have to like raise the volume back up on my phone for it to play here. Like, it doesn't sync automatically for some reason. Don't ask me how or why, but that's just something, like, it, you know, it does it every time, and that gets annoying. the other annoying thing for me is that I wish it didn't have the automatic start stop. So every time I get in here, I have to press that. I am going to get something to defeat that, and you know, and not have to deal with that anymore. It's just annoying that I have to do it. So yeah, I'm kind of annoyed about that. The other thing is, so I mean, those are like the two biggest negatives I can actually find about this truck. Like, everything else is dang near perfect. Like, I love the way it feels in here. I love the exterior color. It's unique, it's different. I love, so the gas range and gas mileage isn't the best, but we got like a 21-gallon tank. So yeah, it says total fuel save 181 miles. That's cool. It does show you your tire pressure and stuff like that, so I love that. Has driving aids and all of that, you know. So it says my average fuel economy is 17.8 miles per gallon, so that's not great, but it's not bad either. I'm sure it's a lot worse than our Tacoma, you know. And I just love the feeling of security I get driving this, because it makes you feel like you're in something solid that, you know, can basically last you a really, really long time. And that's coming from somebody who's bought and owned 7 different Tacomas in my lifetime. Like seven Tacomas, you know, and 6 X-Runners. And I'll show you some of the things I'm talking about here. So like with my X-Runner, you see what it looks like. It's a sports truck, it's fun, it looks nice and everything, but it cannot tow what this can tow, you know? Plus, this already comes with the hitch. It has right there all your towing things that you need. I like how it has Frontier stamped in the back. You got the slow release. You have things that you can, you know, if you tailgate, you can put your drinks and stuff there. Like, it's a solid truck, man. And I just don't like the fact that I feel like they artificially lower the values on them, because the value should be based on how good a vehicle is and how, you know, reliable it is. And then with those being the parameters, this should be one of the most valuable trucks out there. So that's the one thing that I'm unhappy about with this truck, really, is how they lower the values on them. It shouldn't be that way. And I think the word is out now. People are starting to realize just how good these are, and people are rushing to go get them. And even if you just listen to its idle, right? Like, just listen to its idle. It sounds good. Like, it sounds good. Like, you know, these other like 4-cylinder trucks don't sound as good, which is why I went out and I got an older Tacoma truck, because it has that same side of nice rumble for a V6, you know? So I would say, if you plan on getting and keeping a truck, you need something that you can park in your garage, you need something that can do everything, and you plan on keeping it long term, absolutely get this truck. Absolutely get this truck. If you're somebody like me that gets in and out of cars, like I normally buy like 3 to maybe sometimes 5 cars a year, like, so if you're somebody that gets in and out of cars, I wouldn't recommend it. If you're gonna do that, then I would say go get something like a Toyota Tacoma, because it will hold its value a little bit better. But if you want something that's gonna be fast, fun, do the duty of a truck, it can pull, you know, it can tow. It has, like, I'll show you. See, we got cargo lamp there, traction off, that's for the water. We got tow mode here. So, you know, let me see if I get in here and show you. You hit tow mode, and you see it, I don't know if you can see in there, but it says tow in there. So it changes up the drive mode a bit. Like, it's a pretty solid truck, man. Like, in every way, it's got good cargo. You got, you know, good storage. It is awesome. Like, I genuinely enjoy driving this truck, and that's saying a lot, because I'm someone that prefers manual gearbox vehicles, but this truck is just so much fun. It has hydraulic steering, so you can feel the weight of the vehicle. You can feel connected to the road. It's an awesome vehicle, and I highly recommend, if you want a truck that you're gonna keep for a very long time, this is a truck to do, and it's gonna work well. You're not gonna have any issues with this. It's dang near bulletproof, right? So I highly recommend, if you plan on getting something long-term, this is a great truck to get. If you plan on getting out of it quickly, then no, because you're gonna lose your butthole in the value. It's gonna hurt, you know what I mean? It's gonna hurt. So that's something to be aware of. But other than that, I can't say enough good things about this truck, man. I enjoy it. It's fun. Like, I have zero regrets about getting it, except, you know, the loss of value. But other than that, man, it's amazing. And obviously, like, I got the SL trim because I don't need to go off-road or anything like that. Like, I do different type of content that, you know, I'm the guy that buys this truck and I'll take it to the drag strip. Like, so I do plan on doing some performance mods and stuff to it. So that's going to happen eventually. But yeah, you can also get a Pro X, a Pro 4X, and you can get this truck can be very off-road worthy, like very off-road worthy. So it's a little do everything type truck, man. It's amazing. But you guys comment below and let me know what you think. By the way, shout out to everyone who rocks with us. Shout out to 100 Grand Nate. Shout out to Speed Demon. Shout out to Fast Life. Shout out to Q the Chaotic, Blueprint 1 Ali, Will Motivation, Moves 2X. Shout out to all you guys, man. Shout out to Dr. Robert. I've been seeing a lot. Shout out to Kappa for life. Like, I've been watching a lot of you guys commenting and stuff, man. I got love for all of you, and I appreciate you guys growing with the channel and seeing all the stuff we do. Now, I am on the hunt. Now, you guys actually, let me get your advice. So I was planning on keeping this truck long term and doing a lot of comparisons between it and our X Runner and other trucks, and basically doing side-by-side comparisons and doing some fun stuff that I can do with this truck, right? Or I was potentially thinking about trading it in for another Type R, or trading it in for a Camaro SS1LE, or potentially trading it in for a Mustang GT. Now, you guys comment below and let me know, what would you prefer to see? Would you like to see me trade? Because those are the only things I'm considering. It's a Mustang GT, Camaro SS1LE, or a Type R, or a Subaru WRX SDI, like a clean version of a Subaru WRX SDI, or actually maybe even a Subaru WRX TS. So yeah, I may also consider that as well. But you guys comment below and let me know. I'm happy with the truck. I'm happy with it, but I'm thinking about it just content wise. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I can do with this truck, and like I can actually make it quick. I can make this truck pretty quick, because it's already clapped up a couple people. Just between you guys and me, I've already beaten the new Tacoma in it. So that should let you know something, you know. So if you guys want to see stuff like that, comment below, let me know. But that's it for this one. Race Car Friends out.